Hey there, blog readers. As you've probably noticed by now, this post is about David Foster Wallace, so I'm going to be reading a small section from The Pale King. It's actually the section that opens the book. It's the first chapter. The first thing I actually got of his was a book of essays, a supposedly fun thing I'll never do again. And I got it actually one Christmas when my mom didn't read my Christmas list carefully enough and didn't see that that was like the third or fourth book of his that I wanted after Infinite Jest and The Broom of the System. So she just got me that one because she didn't really know what she was doing. But I read it and was fascinated by it and frustrated by it. And I was going to read a section from that, but that's sort of, I don't know, this would just take too long. So there's that. There is, of course, Infinite Jest, and the reason I wanted to just show this is because in reading his new book already and starting it, I'm already excited about the note-taking, and I was talking with my friend Sean yesterday just about how much fun it is to take notes, and the purpose of taking notes being that, one, you basically create a link from your memory to the book so that later you can look back and maybe access the information a little bit more easily. And then two is, and the first reason also works if you're trying to, find a section that you're going to share with somebody. But then the second main reason is you want to highlight things that impact you as a writer, or at least impact me as a writer. Things that just are unique to me, things that are something that inspires me or gets me thinking about a particular thing. So I just wanted to show my notes from Infinite Jest. So it's a big book, as I'm sure you know, and so here is that's what the inside page of mine looks like, and then the next page also has a bunch of that. I know some people probably think that is ruining the book, but for me, it's I'm not going to be selling this book. This is my copy. This is my book. So there's that. And then I've been reading some of his short stories in Oblivion, which he published in, I think, 2004. One of which, and I was going to read a section of this as well because there's a short story that seems at first to deal with this classroom and this substitute teacher sort of having a mental breakdown, which connects to me in that I've been substitute teaching a little bit. I've never had a nervous breakdown. The kids are quite delightful. But then the narrator is a grown man, but he was a child in that class and is trying to understand the teacher as well as trying to sort of understand his father, who was an IRS tax examiner. So it sort of feels like maybe there was he was trying to maybe it's a section that he couldn't fit in the book, or thought would make a better short story, whatever. So, but the section I want to read of his new book, The Pale King. It's a great cover. There's the back. I got it for like $17 on Amazon. It is a hardback book. What a great thing. So I started reading last night. I was with my girlfriend, and just sort of as a joke, when I turned to the first page, I looked at her and I went, and that is sort of the feeling. But it's like reading one of his books is sort of like jumping off of a high dive backwards with your eyes closed, which is really exciting and also scary. And I thought about just writing out this first section. It's only about a page, but it's actually just long enough that I didn't feel like writing it the whole thing out, and short enough that I think reading it won't be so bad. So hopefully I won't fumble over too much of the language. I hope you'll forgive me if I take a few breaths. But so here is the first chapter of The Pale King. Past the flannel plains and blacktop graphs and skylines of canted rust, and past the tobacco-brown river overhung with weeping trees and coins of sunlight threw them on the watered-down river, to the place beyond the windbreak, where untilled fields simmer shrilly in the AM heat. Shattercane, lamb's quarter, cutgrass, sawbrier, nutgrass, jimson weed, wild mint, dandelion, foxtail, muscadine, spine cabbage, goldenrod, creeping charlie, butterprint, nightshade, ragweed, wild oat, vetch, butchergrass, invaginate volunteer beans, all heads gently nodding in a morning breeze like a mother's soft hand on your cheek. An arrow of starlings fired from the windbreak's thatch, the glitter of dew that stays where it is and steams all day. A sunflower, four more, one bowed and horses in the distance standing rigid and still as toys, all nodding. Electric sounds of insects at their business, ale-colored sunshine and pale sky, and whorls of cirrus so high they cast no shadow. Insects, all business all the time. Quartz and shirt and schist and crondite iron scabs and granite. Very old land. Look around you. The horizon trembling, shapeless. We are all of us brothers. Some crows come overhead then, 3 or 4, not a murder, on the wings silent with intent, corn-bound for the pasture's wire beyond which one horse smells at the others behind, the lead horse's tail obligingly lifted. Your shoes brand and sized in the dew, an alfalfa breeze, sock spurs, dry scratching inside a culvert, rusted wire and tilted posts, more a symbol of restraint than a fence per se. No hunting. The shush of the interstate off past the windbreak. The pasture's crows standing at angles, turning up patties to get at the worms underneath, the shapes of the worms incised in the overturned dung and baked all day until hardened, there to stay. Tiny vacant lines and rows and inset curls that do not close because head never quite touches tail. Read these. If that doesn't make you excited about books and excited about words and excited about the way someone can basically paint you an entire picture in less than a page, I don't really know what to say. I hope you get the book. I hope you enjoy it. It's not going to be an easy read, but I think you can see from even just that first page, it is an extremely vivid one, and it's a good one. So, yeah, happy reading, and hope you like the blog. Thanks.